Welcome to The Creative Present, a show that's dedicated to expanding your creative self-expression and at the same time, getting your projects done. And I'm your host, Joshua Townshend. Today, let's talk about making discoveries. Making discoveries is key to the cultural creative, to us as creative artists. It is part of our skill sets, our toolkit. It's also part of development. In the development process, discoveries are being made, and hopefully a lot. And so a discovery will lead to new ideas and growth and possibilities. And if we don't make discoveries, if we're not finding new material, new areas of development, then it's going to become stale and stagnant. So we are actually in the business of making discoveries. That's what we signed up for as a creative, as an artist, as a writer, as an actor, as a producer, as a director, someone who's involved in this kind of work. So this exercise is really quite simple. Become aware of what you're not aware of. Isn't that great? So that's the exercise. The exercise is becoming aware of that which I am not aware of. How do you do that? Okay, so that's the what. Now, how is a lot of different ways. You can go into a familiar place and just be in the room. And then, let's say I'm looking at the south-facing wall. I literally would turn around and look at the north-facing wall in the room and notice something that I hadn't noticed before, kind of like sneaking up on yourself. The other way to do it is to go into an unfamiliar environment, let's say a store. You're walking through a market that you're not 100% familiar with. And as you go through the aisles, you consciously make a decision to notice something that you wouldn't have noticed if you weren't looking to notice something you haven't noticed. And what we're doing is we're expanding our range. We're expanding our range of noticing. And the noticing, while it mostly is going to be visual, it can also be auditory. It can be noticing a sound that you wouldn't have noticed before. It can be sensory in terms of tactile. It can be somatic. It could be like, I'm feeling the elastic of my sock on my left ankle. Whatever it is, just notice something that you wouldn't have noticed before. And as you do that more and more and more, you're increasing your range. And within that range is more possibilities as the creative that you are. So when you go to the actual creative process of whatever story you're working on, you'll actually have more resources to pull from, more sensory input, because you've not only allowed it in, but you've consciously allowed it in so that you can consciously bring it back up to help develop, enrich, enliven, deepen your storytelling. Hope you enjoyed your time here at The Creative Present. Come on back for more tips, tricks, and techniques to help expand and grow your creative expression. Thank you for listening. If you love what you're listening to, please subscribe and then share with fellow creatives. For more, go to joshuatownsend.com.